It is time to start the storming show. Last we left off, our heroes were underneath the destroyed war camp of High Prince Thanadal for the reason of this being the hiding place of both High Princes. They were using the tactic of being hidden underneath their crimes, which were the ending of the singer lives of the ones that awakened, at least here within the war camps. Cierna and Nevod were brought in to the High Princes as a type of insurance plan to deal with Torvin and Dialan possibly being capable of winning said duel that was promised to be made. Our heroes made their way after defeating a full sharp-plated Bright Lord Eoket, and in doing so have now come into the hidden bunker in which High Prince Thanadal, High Prince Vamath find themselves, but not alone. Bright Lord Eoket, still in Shardplate, along with a strange soul-casting Ardent, and accompanied by 10 other guards. Our group is outnumbered, with it just being themselves and Torvin's trusting mentor Lorta. And so we wait to hear what Torvin has planned as a way of getting not only themselves out of the situation, but also the hostages of Cierna's parents. Needless to say, the last thing that they must deal with is the fact that Thanadal has placed most of his and Vamath's forces on the outskirts of Sabariel's war camp, in which they plan to extinguish the last of the forces and take full control of the war camps. So, a lot on y'all's plate. And last time we left off, Torvin, I believe you were making an intimidation check to the High Prince.
Yes.
Exclaiming that the Knights Radiant are what he should fear the most.
What was the roll that I was meant to be making again?
You were trying to make an intimidation check.
Right, intimidation.
17 DC. And then you also had something you were trying to do, if I recall, with a certain Spren as assistance.
Potentially, if the conversation got there.
Understood.
Oh, that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. This is risky. We need an opportunity die as well.
Oh, okay.
Raise
Can I
the
roll
stakes.
just the opportunity die?
Raise the stakes. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, you can.
Because I rolled a nat 20.
That'll
I
do
literally
it.
called it. I said
That'll
it.
You
do
did
it.
say
You
this,
call
you
it.
did.
I said he's gonna roll that 20.
I pasted the screenshot, sorry. Okay, and I got an opportunity.
Yo!
There you go. So you have 2 opportunities.
Just reroll the nat 20.
That is very important for this next portion of our
Yeah,
game.
can I use it to just make the outcome of this even more intimidating?
Absolutely. What would you
Yeah.
like to do?
So I would just point out again that he doesn't know the forces that he's dealing with. I would call out to him. I don't remember where I left off exactly in the conversation, but what I would say something to the effect of, and you never know who else has powers among us. And I would like nudge my little spren buddy to start glowing as we had spoken about.
Okay. And with that, Dialan, you hear it the loudest. Soraya goes, "Oh, that sounds like that's probably a now moment, right? That's probably when I should do it now, right?"
I just
He
nod.
sits there
I
with
nod.
his
He
hand
just
out, like
starts
he's waiting
glowing.
to glow, with like posing, waiting.
And behind your head, because he has to make himself appear in order to glow, and so behind your head, bright light from this spren. Everybody else, if anybody was behind you, they would just see Soraya like flexing and just posing in different manners, but you just have this little glow behind you. It is not the same empowered glow that you would get from Cierna or Dialan being consumed by stormlight, but it is a glow. that
Dialan's still
brings
glowing,
fear.
right?
Oh, you are glowing as well. Okay, so we got
You did
Dialan
end off with
glowing.
me
Yeah.
glowing and floating
That
a
is
few inches
true.
off the
Yeah,
floor.
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember hearing-
Up in the
I'm
air.
adding
Yeah.
on to
I
this
remember hearing that,
intimidation.
and then got you. You're glowing. Soraya's glowing behind Torvin. For the first time ever, Thanadal face loses its stoicism, loses its planned, everything I think of I've planned for. Because how do you plan for powers that are literally beyond you? Vathma, already in a panic since you've been here, finally puts his foot down. And all this is it. If they found us, how long until the Skybreakers get here? Men, put down your arms. Then it all turns to Vathma. I have carried you through all of this. You dare not trust me in this moment. You dare. Vathma is now ignoring Thanadal completely. I surrender. I will, whatever justice those Skybreakers plan, I relent. Thanadal sneers. He looks to you, Torvin. Vathma, I believe Bright Lord Eoket would make a better High Prince than you. Ardent Ella, please. The Ardent in the corner. I'm sorry, the Ardent by you, Cierna, turns to her high prince. She bows. She pulls that hand that is the soulcaster that is covered in different gems of different colors. It's like a hand, like jewelry bestowed all across the hand, and these like different intertwined metals that connect these different gems across it. She puts that hand up and points it towards Vothma. And to your eyes, it looks as though she produces fire from her fingertips and has it soar across the room straight into consuming all of High Prince Vothma. But what she actually did was she told the air that it no longer wanted to be air, but to be fire. And she told that to every particle of air from her fingertips to the air within Vothma's lungs. Vomoth, I'm sorry. Thank you, Mandy. I was saying his name wrong. Rosharn names, ladies and gentlemen. And you watch as the High Prince is consumed by flame.
Can I intervene in some way? He's just on
What would you
fire?
like to do? He is lit aflame.
Oh. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I was gonna try to heal him, but never mind.
I mean, he's on fire. There's definitely
I'm
something
not
you
gonna
can
make him
do
not
later
fire,
on.
though, I don't think. Yeah. Oh no.
The guards go from being told to lay down their arms to watching their High Prince set to flames. And in the moment where they look as if they might turn on Thanadal, Right Lord Eoket stands up. And as brave as any soldier can be, when someone in shard plate is walking in the room, sometimes bravery is lost.
And I am before that, I had specifically moved closer to my father, and I wanted to see. I was watching his kind of reaction as things unfolded. Like I was surprised by the glowing of Dialan, and that caught me off guard. And then seeing this secondary glow from Torvin that was like not the same, but also like I'm unsure. And but I wanted to see what how his like tone and reaction has been through all of this.
Your father's?
Yes.
Insight check for me. With that natural 20, the 10 guards within this room are fully shaken.
Oof. It's just a 10.
10? From what you can tell, he looks as though the High Prince is giving him a boon. And he is about to attempt to succeed in taking it.
He was sitting before getting like his shard plate armored, and then he stands up, right?
Correct. And it is glowing yet again.
Yeah. I'm going to step in front of him and just put my hand up. Father, wait. You don't have to do this. Look around you at what's happening. Look at him. He's glowing and floating. The High Princes are wrong. The desolation is here. The heralds have returned. There are knights radiant in this room with you. You said you faced one. You said that he was dead, and he's alive. I understand the boon of this, but what power would you hold if the one holding it lies, sneaks, wields that truth to their own whims. I may be wrong. I may be a disgrace, a failure in your eyes, but I am right about this. And you can make a choice. You could stand with us. Be something better. All you need to do is just not accept this puppet of a role that the High Prince offers you.
Persuasion roll. Raise the stakes. The DC is lowered due to Torvin and Dialan's actions.
Raise the stakes. It was terrible, but I got an opportunity, so I'm going to roll it again. My persuasion is so bad. Oh my god, I rolled the same thing twice.
What you roll?
A question: if I use an opportunity from a die and I still have one, can I use it again? Like, can I use another
Not the same
opportunity, or is it just
roll.
once?
Just
okay.
once.
Well, it went from an 8 to a 9.
Understood.
I took all the luck. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I honestly think that makes the most sense dealing with this man, particularly this relationship.
Yeah.
If anything, hearing this from you, of all people in Roshar, frustrates him even more. And it is a sad truth that you knew once you said the first word to him. The greatest mistake of my life. And he raises his warhammer. And that will be the first course of this combat scenario. And I will say, before we start in that, you guys have a very powerful ally with you. That ally being millennia old. And that ally having the ability to place secretly very helpful pieces of herself with each of you. And during this, one of those has been whispering to our edge dancer. Excuse me, brightness, is what you hear, similarly to as Liliana usually speaks to you, on the inside of your ear. But you know this voice to be Lorta's.
She stiffens and looks around because she's not sure where this voice is coming from.
You see Lorta behind Torvin. You literally see Lorta there, but you hear her in your ear.
Hello.
Brightness. I understand that I'm not supposed to know this, but you and I both know you are one of the more elusive individuals within this space. I believe you were so beautiful over by the stables the other night.
You know this. She doesn't say that out loud. She's thinking it.
Right.
Uh-huh.
With that being said, we may need assistance from our friends up above, but they don't know we're here yet. So if I give you a job and a distraction. I need you to be able to make the moves needed to get them here as soon as possible.
All right. I can do that, I think.
Putting a lot of trust in you, Brightness. But I know you will do splendid.
Okay. She's like, what?
No code words needed. I feel as though you are intelligent to know when to move. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the other portion of your natural 20,
Oh, no.
UsulBard. As Bright Lord Eoket raises the Warhammer to strike down his last son, something falls onto his shoulder. And you all look, and it's a small Kremling. He immediately brushes it off. Then you hear it again. That's one slam onto the table that you are dining at, Cierna. And then another one falls by your foot, Dialan. Who has the highest perception here?
I have a +6.
After watching one Kremling fall into your father's shard plate, you look up and you see a countless amount of Kremlings crawling amongst the ceiling of this bunker.
I think I just like, I just like, I see my father and I see the hammer, and like as he kind of raises it, my eyes drift past it, and my eyes go wide, and I take a step back, and I just kind of like, I think I'm just stunned at like all of these Kremlings just like crawling above me, just like something I've never seen before in this like sheer amount. What the crem?
3,000 years on Roshar, you grow a bit, and instinctually, almost at the same time, all of these Kremlings drop from the ceiling onto everyone within this bunker. The ones who are embedded with Stormlight, that being Dialan only, they seem to like fall around you. All of the guards, the High Prince, the ones working here, the Savant, Soulcaster, kind of, all of them are just distracted as they're trying to tear these Kremlings off of them. All of them are going to be forced to take a slow action if they fail this upcoming discipline roll entirely. They just lose their entire action. Cierna.
Yeah.
You will be able to move before any of them, but I will say, let me just make these rolls real quick. I'm just rolling for the High Prince, the Savant, Eoket, and then the guards are all together. Okay. 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 Shockingly enough, actually, let me check the guards' stats real quick.
They all rolled natural 20s. No,
They did not. They did not. Yeah, the only ones to pass is the Soulcaster Savant. Everyone else has lost their action for this first round completely. As they screams roar out through this entire room, one of the Kremlings finds the smallest amount of opening within Bright Lord Eoket's shard plate in the visor, and you watch as it slithers within, and you just begin to hear him screaming and clawing at his visor. who would like to go first as we go into this first round of combat? You guys always get to go first if you're doing a fast action compared to a slow action.
Me.
Cierna, yes.
Yeah, I see my opportunity. So I would like to, I think because I'm technically sitting next to my father in this moment, I look at him and I go, I have to go. Be careful. And watch out for crumblings. And I'm going to...
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm going to breathe in Stormlight a lot and skate the hell out of there.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go find the Skybreakers.
And push yourself off of the table entirely, giving yourself enough friction to press off the table and use that momentum to just burst completely out of this room. The last thing that you see are the Kremlings. As they fell down, they fell like around your parents. But your mother is not savvy to the conversation that you just had, and so immediately screams.
Oh no.
And then looks at you and immediately screams again, and then you are out of the room and gone.
Yep, I don't look back. I am going.
I'll explain later.
I'll explain later. Bye.
With that, is there any role you need to make for abrasion? I believe not. I would just
I just infuse myself and spend 2 focus to skate.
Got
so
you. 2 focus. Right. So you spent resources already.
Investiture to infuse myself. Yes. So I think that's really all I can do, other than move my full movement.
You got it. If you are just exiting the room entirely, absolutely, you got that, and you're immediately all the way down this hall that you've never been in, except for when you came in. But it's pretty much a straight shot for the most part.
As I'm skating, I'm saying to Liliana, we have to find those Skybreakers. Can you help me?
Moving at the same speed as you and kind of just snaking through this entire space. Oh, mistress, you look lovely when you are empowered. Oh, it's just, oh yes, of course I can talk with those Skybreakers. They seemed so, should I say it? They had a sense of authority to them. Possibly better bodyguards. Maybe we should talk about that as well. As you're just sliding through here. But she will take the lead a little bit and kind of like move on forward past you. Who would like to go next?
Torvin would start running towards... I'm not sure what the layout of the room is, but towards other people. He's trying to gather everyone together, and he would yell. He would tell to Zariah before running, tell Dialan, we need to get everybody together now.
Huh? Okay. Woo! This place is... how did none of us notice that? I'm thinking too much. Dialan! And he kind of like zips off back toward his bonded human.
And I'm just sprinting. Yeah,
you sprint over to Cierna's parents, who you notice her father immediately pulls out a steak knife against you, and then realizing who you are, like kind of you see he's got a shiner on his eye. He's like, Master Torvin.
I motion for him. You have to come with us right now.
Right. Gemheart, please. As he's trying to collect his wife. Just give me a straight, we'll say persuasion roll. This is more of just how well they can follow you. They are following you 100%.
And I'm just going to tell them.
How distracted are they?
We're going to go find Dialan. 16. 8 plus 8.
16, yeah. They're he quickly collects her. She kind of composes herself. You are a person that they recognize. They'll deal with all of our daughter is a heretic later. They follow you. Dialan, I believe, is here shining in the room with you. Like, you guys weren't that very far away, but you do collect them and you know where the exit is. Type deal. But we will come back to that. I will say you have the 2 parents with you at the moment. And then we won't have to worry about what happens after that until our adversaries get
Where is Cierna? She's not with...
Cierna? Gone.
I skated out.
She skated out.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'm gonna go get the Skybreakers.
Okay.
Dialan and Nevod, what are you doing?
Dialan really needs to think for a second. His eyes go to Nevod and then go to Nevod's father. And I'm so explicitly looking for permission to fight your father. I didn't know it was him.
Yes, Steve.
Oh man. Oh man. He's going to I think he stumbles back as the crems fall. I assume is it like the others, like it falls
It's
around
like
me, or does it hit me?
Yeah, they're not. Lorta's not hitting y'all. Yeah. So
Yeah. I figured as much, and it's probably like because I'm confused at what the heck's going on. Like I'm like I don't know what is what, and like but they're not hitting me, but they're hitting others, and I see that, and then I look over, and then I think our eyes meet, and then you kind of glance and you look at my father, and I kind of glance back to him for a second. And you see there's just this moment of thought, and then he kind of looks up and he shakes his head no. And then he turns his gaze towards the Soulcaster. And then I think he turns and looks at the door. And I think he starts heading that way.
You're muted.
Craig.
So you're using your action
I'm not-
movement only.
I'm not saying
I was talking
anything.
to the
Yeah, I mean, I assume I don't. I would assume they took like I don't know if they took my like bow and like I don't know if I still have like a short sword or what. Like, what do I have on me? Like,
Well, after you said I work for y'all, I think they they let you use them.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I have my bow. Okay, that's okay. That might change things a little bit. I envisioned I didn't have anything.
No, man, this is the finale. You get to do your
Yeah,
bullshit.
you're right, you're
Why
right.
would I take
You know
your
what?
bullshit away from you?
Okay, I revert that. I think I stumble back. I bump into a table, and like there is my bow that I'd set there previously, and I snatch it, and then my eyes flicker towards Dialan, and I can see the eagerness, and there is that contemplation, and I think there is the struggle for a moment of, do I let this individual kill my entire family? Like, that is like the thought that kind of rings into my head. And then I immediately snap to a hammer being held over my head as he was about to cut me down where I stood. And I give him a nod of affirmation. And then I draw my bow and I aim for the head of the Soulcaster.
All right, make an attack roll.
And I will mark him as my... Actually, no, I'm not going to mark him because I feel like Daddy Dearest is not going to be happy regardless. So I'm actually going to have him as my quarry. But my father.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I will just make an attack roll on the Soulcast, the Ardent. I'm rolling like crap. 13. I don't think he's armored, so maybe.
With a 13 against the Soulcaster. This is for flavor, but you did miss. But it's also a little hint to the Soulcaster themselves. You fire towards them as they're like clawing all these creme off of them. They grab one of them, immediately crumble it, and it kind of breaks into rock in their hands. the arrow you shoot at them, they point at immediately. It turns into a gust of smoke and just evaporates.
Storming great. And then then I'm gonna keep like moving like away from my father, kind of towards that direction, towards them.
Understood. With that, Dialan, you're the last to go.
I rush Bright Lord Aakhet. I'm going to fall into Iron Stance, and then I'm going to strike.
Understood. Go ahead and make those attacks.
That's what I have to do. Yeah, I take a very defensive, opportunistic stance. I plan on punishing this man for any mistake that he makes. And then I'm going to roll to strike. I'm sorry, before I do this, can I raise the stakes?
Absolutely.
Okay. And that is a 17 total with an opportunity.
All right. 17 hits.
I will immediately spend that opportunity to crack his. I'm going to crack the shard plate with that.
Absolutely. And as you crack the shard plate, the light immediately goes out. Go ahead and roll damage.
Damage is 16.
16 damage. Got it. And he does not have the charges, so he cannot deflect that 10 extra, but he will still deflect the, I believe it is 5. So that is 9 points of damage to him. Let me make sure of that. You have more attacks, yes?
Am I forced to take a fast turn, you said?
No. You guys aren't forced to take it in fast or slow. They were going to take slow turns if they passed.
Okay.
But you guys are all getting your turns first, and then they're going to go after you're all done.
Then I would like my turn to be a slow turn, and I will make one more attack. Otherwise, my movement would have counted as one of my...
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
All right, I'm rolling.
Yes, and then after this, it is the savant's turn, but nobody else got a chance to roll because they all failed.
That is a 16.
16 is his defense. Go ahead and make another attack.
Damage. We roll another 17. Or sorry, 16. No, yeah, 17 this time. 17 this time. Yeah,
17 this time? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 10 points. No. Craig, you tripping. It was 11, and now it is 10. Math is hard sometimes. All right. That is your turn. You slam into the gem. It immediately cracks, and you watch as kind of the stormlight kind of bleeds out of the armor, and he immediately becomes sluggish yet again. Your second attack, you kind of pressed the blade straight into this little the back of his knee, and just slide it straight across, and you see as some of his blood is attached to your sword afterwards, and he lets out this gnarled snarl basically as he's still clawing in at his visor. He pulls it off of his helm. He pulls his helm off, and you see as he has the Kremling in his mouth, and you see as one of his eyes is missing. As that's happening, it is the savant's
and
turn.
just a flavor thing. The savant because I was the one that shot at him, so I don't know what's gonna happen here. This could be terrifying, but I think as that happens and the arrow just kind of like dissipates, I think just instinctually, Nevod just goes, "Saris, are you with me?"
Yes, and one truth that may be a possibility is that we all die here.
Comforting. as I look at the savant.
Yes, because the savant is looking at you.
Uh-huh. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made.
Okay. They will immediately they scoop up a few of the crumblings that they've actually no, that wouldn't work. They will scoop up some dirt. And they immediately blow it toward you, and the dirt itself turns into this gas, just a form of smoke, to the point where you have no way of holding your breath in time. Well, we'll actually see, because I think you get a roll for this. Nope, it is a roll for me. Sorry. Does a 16 hit?
No, that's 17.
Nice. So you hold your breath in time as you feel this massive heat of smoke hit you.
Question.
Yes.
When I do that kind of instinctually as I see this like smoke come like towards that, for flavor's sake, because there's also smoke, would you say that I inhale a little stormlight?
Roll me, as I make all my Knights Radiant do it, roll me a good old discipline roll. It needs to be very high. I want like an 18.
Oh, well. Yeah. Nope. No stormlight.
Okay. And with that, for some reason, I can graze with this, so I'm going to use one of their focus to make this a graze. So that's 2d6. You take a whopping 3 points of spirit damage.
Spirit damage. Oh.
Bless you.
Does that still come out of my health, right? That's just like...
I think it's just... So, to those who have GM Cosmere RPG as well, the different types of damage are still like on your health pool, correct? Is it kind of like bludgeoning or... Okay.
Yeah, it's
So,
spirit
yes.
is literally just a type of damage.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That's
And I just
very
don't-
hard to resist.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. But my deflect, I assume, does it because that's just physical, right?
No,
Not
'cause-
spirit.
yeah.
So yeah,
Deflect
I
is not
figured,
spirit.
but I'm just asking, you know.
Yep.
No, it's a good
Okay.
ask. It's a good ask.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, that is it. You just answered my question as well, Storydad. What is your spiritual defense?
Oh, my spiritual defense. Oh, so it wasn't physical.
Yes.
Ooh, you're right. You're right. What
I
was
just
it?
found that out. I was just looking at it. It says attack versus spiritual. I was a 16.
Okay, that would hit then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then just add frick. Add 7 to that, so that'd be 10.
Oh.
3 plus 7 is yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and that is their turn. Still learning. But with that, top of the round, it is y'all's turn again. Who will be? Is it cool if I start with Cierna, since she is in a completely different scene than you guys? Okay. Cierna, you are bolting down this hallway, or sliding down this hallway. You are coming up to the checkpoint in which Torvin and Dialan came to previously. You see 2 guards kind of like at the path. What are you doing?
I mean, how wide is the path? I'm moving very quickly, so.
You are moving very, very quickly.
Mhm.
You are empowered with Stormlight, but they do have their backs towards you. There is an opening, but It's something that you'd have to make a maneuver around. It's not enough for you to just beam straight through.
Okay. Yeah, I'm open to maneuvering. I have good agility.
All right, go ahead and roll me an agility check. DC, I believe you guys are tier 2, so 16 for me.
Okay. Am I
And also
raising-
raise the stakes. So
Yeah.
this is finale.
Okay. I do have an opportunity, I believe, from last. Let me double check
Use it.
myself. Wait, I think I do. No, I don't have a little counter. Maybe I don't. Okay, I'm wrong.
Okay. Okay.
Well, that's real bad. That's a 7. Blank on the opportunity die.
Okay.
Yep, I rolled a
with-
3 on
with
the
a-
die.
With a 7, you are soaring down this hall, and the light from your stormlight is blinding if they were looking at you. So as you get closer and closer, one of them just kind of instinctually like, there's a torch, a lantern of light behind me. What if it's one of the high princes? They turn around and immediately get into a defensive stance. I'm gonna say straight up, if you're like full track star sprinting or like Olympic skating, they aren't going to be able to stop you, so to speak, but they are going to be able to clip you.
Okay.
So I'm just going to attempt one attack.
Okay.
That is a whopping 8 from one guard
Nope, that
and
doesn't hit.
a 15 from the other.
That does hit.
Okay.
My physical defense is 13.
Okay. So the first guard, like, it's not one of those moments where they're like ready to fight, so I don't think they would attempt to like use focus in this scenario. So I will only have the one that actually hit you. That is. That's why you check that. Take 6 points of keen damage.
Okay.
And we're not spending focus, because if they were ready, one of them would have tried to knock you prone. So if he attempts to knock you prone, you are able to leap out of the way for a moment. You watch as your body kind of like forcibly begins to, like, it's about to tumble and slam into the ground, but you're so full of stormlight and abrasion that you kind of just bend and then fall back onto your feet somehow. And continue on sliding down the hallway.
I am just moving as quickly as I can.
Absolutely. And by the
He probably
unless you
like
have
cut
something
my
else you
arm
wanna
or
do.
something. Yeah, no, that's it.
Okay. And then by the end of this turn, you will make your way out into the open way. You are soaring down this hallway. You guys have ever seen like, not the half pipe, but the full pipes in the X games? Like, it's one of those things where Cierna is like swirling, like wrapping around on the
Half pipe?
ceiling and then back down. Yeah, I think, well, the half pipe is half of it, right? I'm thinking of the whole full, like, they can do a
like the
full
big
like
loop. Yeah.
loop.
Yeah.
She's
cruising.
Sorry, it's been a while. It's been a while since I played Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Same.
Same.
My 3 gentlemen, what are we doing? I'm sorry, fast or slow turn?
Slow turn.
Slow turn. Torvin and Nevod, fast or slow turn?
I think I'm gonna go fast. I don't want to mess with Soulcaster. Like I was trying to do like a quick pot shot and keep moving, and after that just happened, I think he's just like kind of keeps stumbling back and he's coughing and he's trying to like get like exhale whatever,
himself.
just like, you know, and go, and I think he's just kind of raptured. So I think I'm literally just moving towards the exit and towards Cierna's parents and Torvin, and just trying to like get with them for the moment. So that's going to be kind of like my focus.
Absolutely.
Same here. I think similar. I mean, I'm trying to gather, and I guess Dialan is fighting. So I'm gonna not bring them towards that fight. I'm going to direct them towards Nevod and slash the exit. I'm trying to zone everybody together towards the exit.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're trying to get everybody to the exit. That's completely fair. Is there anything you would like to do within this combat? Do you have any moves that you would like to use? If not, I'll just have you roll another. Is it persuade? You have leadership as well. We might do a leadership roll instead.
Well, Dialan, do you have? Are you short on focus?
Is there a non-meta way for me to articulate that?
Yeah, okay.
There's a meta way, and I'll let you do that as well.
Yeah, like I think that you should make I think you should make a judgment call on whether or not I need bolstering, or if you have some words of wisdom to sort of, impart, then we could tie it into that.
I can do this once per scene anyway, so I'll take this gamble regardless. And I will just, as we're leaving, I will just tell Dialan that I will call out to him. You almost had him before. You're going to take him easily this time. Be careful and come back to us quick. And I'm going to run towards the door. And that should galvanize him. That is the... so they can roll a recovery die and recover focus equal to the results.
I am about to do that.
So while you're doing that, I would like a leadership roll this time, as you lead Cierna's parents out of here.
19,
easily enough. As you are charging out of the space, one of the guards kind of leaps towards you, and you panic for a moment, and Bright Lord Amalon places the steak knife cleanly in between his helm and his shoulder plate, and you hear coughs from that man for a moment, and then he drops. Master Torvin, my understanding was that you are not a fighter on the battlefield, so we'll call us even. Yes?
Absolutely.
He pats you on the back. Lead the way. Lead the way.
And he will lead.
That is your turn. Nevod, you said you were taking a fast action?
Well, I mean, I was, because I wanted to, like, kind of disengage. I don't know if I want to mess with that again. Actually, I'm gonna do. You know what? I will like coughing and like kind of like getting that out of my system, kind of reaching to where Torvin and the parents are and whatnot. I think like there's a moment where like he kind of looks at the savant, and then he kind of looks back towards Dialan and his father, and I think he sees that his father's taken off his helmet. And I think visually it's like that scene where there's all of this chaos happening around an individual, and there's still kind of that like smoky like steam that's kind of like around, but everything kind of gets like really still and quiet for a moment, and kind of like goes in super slow motion as he sits there and he stares down at this fight happening. And I think he just takes a second. Saris, is it wrong for me to kill him? Would I be him?
Nevod, You can be selfish. But I have yet to see you as selfish as him. And I've only heard one conversation between the two of you.
It can't persist like this, Saris. This manipulation and lies of these people in power. Look what it's doing. How do we stop it?
Decisions must be made, Nevod.
Will you help me?
I think it's what Mother would want.
Then we'll start now. And I think he raises a bow up and aims at his father. And I think there's this initial thought in the back of his head for a moment of he's in range. And I think that kind of drowns away with everything that's happened up into this point. And I think he just yells, "Father! No more!" And he releases an arrow at his father.
All right, roll to attack.
That is a I get to roll twice, but the first one is a 24.
That'll hit.
Yeah, so that is a. So I'll roll the damage. Oh, whoops! I didn't know I could just roll that and it rolls both. Oh, that's cool. Here I am.
There's
The
an
whole.
advantage one.
Oh, okay. Oh, actually, I did roll. Okay, so it is a 7 for the first strike.
7 damage.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, I'll mark that down, and then I believe I get to take another attack,
Okay.
and so I am going to do so again. But it's an aid. Like I kind of want to like, even if it's like not doing as much like per se damage, I'm trying to assist Dialan in the moments of like where like he like rears up or something. I'm shooting towards that. Like, I mean, I know he's wearing shard plate, but almost like trying to like impact the fight a bit as I like attack.
Understood.
And that second one's gonna miss.
What was it?
It was a 7.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Yeah.
You watch as one of the arrows gets him like right close to the clavicle, as that's like one of the openings that you have as you cleanly like get it right in the bottom of his neck, and he just lets out a guttural roar at this point. His eye, the same eye that you have a scar across, his eye is completely gone. At this point, you assume that with all the chaos going on, as you look into your father's eyes, now covered in this strange crimson red, as he seems to have gone completely feral. So that is everyone who has taken a fast attack, correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Understood. High Prince Thanadal is going to use a focus. to influence Bright Lord Eoket. I will read it out to you. The Bright Lord spends 1 focus or more to influence that many allies. Oh. He will use a second one to also influence the Savant. Each target can choose one of their defenses to increase by 2 until the end of the Bright Lord's next turn. He will just bellow at both of them. Kill them all! That is High Prince Thanadal's turn. Let me see what the Savant wants to do.
It should be me.
You said you were taking a slow action, correct?
Yeah, was that all the fast actions?
That was all of y'all's fast actions. Now I'm going through the NPC's
their fast actions.
Yes.
I'm gonna
yes.
shut up.
You listen. Keep me honest, and I appreciate you. There's no foul here, I promise. The Savant is going to take a slow action, so they will not go. So that's Savant. I will see if the Bright Lord Eoket wants to go. Yeah, he's in a crazed feral state. He is going to just strike you with the Warhammer, Dialan. Or attempt to. And just so you guys all know, the reason why Lorta isn't doing anything is because she is giving disadvantage to everyone within the room with these Kremlings. So right now, Bright Lord Eoket is rolling at disadvantage. You're muted.
She's doing the most. She's doing a whole lot. So that's
So the first roll was an 18 plus 10.
Yeah.
And then the
misses.
second one is a 17 total. Does that hit?
A 17 does not hit.
Okay. My second question will be, are you doing that with your armor?
No, because my armor doesn't actually add to my physical defense. It only adds to deflect.
Good to know. He misses both attacks. I will. Oh, let me see something real quick because I'm kind of mixing things together.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, say what you were about to say because I know you have a reaction.
I sure do. You finish what you're saying, and then I have a response.
Now I want to see if the thrill does, like, can I spend focus if they're all thrilled up? So I'm going to look at the Berserker.
The thrill.
The thrill.
Like, my assumption is, you don't know if you can use focus if you're on thrill. That doesn't seem very focused. Oh, they have 5 focus. Hold on. Yeah, they can still use focus. So he's going to use 1 focus to graze you.
Okay.
All right, cool. Take 10 points of damage.
Gotcha. Okay, I did. And now I'm going to use my Iron Stance to, when I am grazed or missed, I make a reactive strike against my attacker. So I'm going to use my reaction to absolutely do that. I'm going to make my heavy weapon attack. I would... he has no... I'm going to use my last opportunity to give myself advantage on this roll. And I want to put him down
Got it.
as quickly as possible.
Because of High Prince Thanadal, he has an 18 to beat. So you want your
An
DC is
18?
Correct.
Okay, that is a natural 20 for a
That'll
total of
do it.
29. For a total of
I
29.
think that's higher than an 18.
Okay, I would. Okay, so I'll deal great sword damage to crit. Yeah, we'll roll it. That's 28 points of damage. Oh no, I'm sorry, 19. I don't know why, but it applied advantage to that and added the two
Still a lot
together.
of damage.
19 on a crit. 19 on a crit. I'm so sorry.
Still a lot.
Okay. 19 on a crit. Good to know. I think with that one, you find the barest of openings within his plate and slice fully into his abdomen. And then you feel your greatsword hit the back of the plate within the armor, as well as his father, Nevod's father. And then you pull your blade out, and you did not kill him, but you know that a wound like this, if not tended to, will kill him.
Banter is a free action. I think Dialan just looks this crimson red gaze and just eye to eye looks at him, just trying to advocate to any sense of warrior spirit or honor or nobility that lives inside of this man. And I just say, do not die like your son.
Well, that's not intimidation.
Persuasion, leadership.
Insult. I don't know.
That's mainly what that is.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, let's do a leadership.
Okay. I'd like to raise the stakes. That sucks. That sucks. So that's 10 with a complication.
That's
You can't.
fitting.
You've seen soldiers who are too focused on the thralls of battle to listen to anyone. Right Lord Eoket right now is one of those individuals.
Yeah,
And he is lost into the throw. Listen.
Okay.
You don't even need an insight roll to understand this, because you have been on battle before. One of you will perish before words will make sense. That was your reaction. That was his fast action. So with that, we are on the slow actions. Dialan, is your turn.
I attack him 3 times.
Go for it.
That was an 11, a 24, and a 27.
All right. The second 2 hit. The 11 does not.
That is 11 damage and 19 damage.
Okay.
All keen, for what it's worth.
All right. 11 and 19, you said?
Yeah.
All right. One moment. Okay. Sorry, I gotta do math. You slice into him again, this time underneath his armpit, and then the third, a slash across his neck. A fool to take his helmet off during battle. He is swinging his warhammer, but you know this is just the last motions of him. However, he is still up.
That's my turn.
Uh,
Oh, I'd like to use a free action to regenerate though.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend my one investiture. I have 2 left, but I spend 1 to regenerate. I gain 2 HP. Who knows? Might help.
No! Well, I'm just gonna say this so you can flex on him real quick. When he slammed the warhammer into your shoulder,
Yeah.
you felt it kind of dislocate, and then as you breathe in, you kind of feel the stormlight kind of pop it back into place. And you see as that even angers him even more. Last on the round are the Savant and the 9 guards. So, the Savant... Nevod, you are clustered with everyone else, correct? Or are you guys still working to get together?
I mean, I went towards them. I don't not if I made it all the way to them. I think I probably would have stopped up short just because like I did the conversation with Saris. So I don't know if I made it like to them. I'm like probably close, but like not like with them yet.
Copy. Okay. Dang, I'm really about to do this. Okay. She is going to use her movement to get closer to you, closer to the smoke itself, and it's going to straight up Roy Mustang and snap her fingers as that smoke is transformed into fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. I hate it.
Can I dodge? Is this something I can dodge? Is it technically an attack?
I'm looking for a dodge move right here. And you guys call me on this. Soulcaster transform air into fire around their foes. Each enemy within 5 feet of them takes 9 or 2d8 energy damage. The Soulcaster can spend 1 focus per enemy in range to cause that fire to set the enemy's clothes aflame. A character burning clothes afflicted takes another 2d8 damage until they use an action to put the fire out.
Yeah, okay. I would say this is like an AoE versus like making an attack specifically on me, because it says before an enemy targets you with an attack to make them roll with disadvantage, right? So
yeah, they're not rolling anything. They have to take a slow action for this. Yeah.
All good.
But that's why I asked you if you were close to Torvin and the gang yet. So you just saved all of them from taking this damage.
Well, that's good.
So, yeah. You take 12 points of energy damage. And she's going to use a focus to set your clothes on fire as well.
Wait, hold on. Did you, so is it just like there's no like save or anything? Like,
there's not. Not that I'm reading.
Oh, it just happens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I will screenshot it. You guys.
Okay. No, fair enough. I was just I had something else. I was gonna maybe try to avoid danger. Avoid danger. When you're imperiled by your surroundings, such as standing under a falling boulder or being shoved off a balcony, you can use reaction to attempt to save yourself. I don't know if that would.
What do you have to do for that?
It's just a. I mean, I guess if there's no save, it probably doesn't work. It's a plus. It just gives me a +6 agility to try and like dodge it. But there's no save, then I guess it doesn't make sense.
All right, let's go with that. Raise the stakes.
Raise the stakes. Okay, I will roll. And I will raise the stakes. That is a 19 + 6 for a 25 with an opportunity.
Okay. So you dodge out of the way, but because you used a focus, your clothes are set on fire. So I will say, unless you use an action to put that out, you will take the 2d8 of that damage. But right now, you did not take any damage.
Okay. I don't think it actually makes me use a focus for that. It literally just is a +6.
No, she used a focus.
Oh, she used a focus. Oh,
to set your fire on.
Okay, got it. Okay. Well, just because he did this earlier, and I'm just asking the question, I did get an opportunity. Is in the same vein, can I use that opportunity to just stamp out the fire? Is that how that works, or do I have to wait until my turn? I don't know. I'm learning.
It says until they or a character who can reach them uses an action to put the fire out.
Got it. Okay. All right. Fair enough. All good. You
All
gave
right,
me
so
one.
that
green.
is
I'll
their
take it.
turn. Now the
I don't want
guards'
to
turn.
die.
The guards are split up. There are now 9 as Bright Lord Amalon took out one of them. I'm just gonna make some. I'm gonna make. That was a 5. That's a miss. All right, I'm gonna send 4 after Dialan, and then the other 5 are going to try to herd or take out Nevod and Torvin. I'm sorry, the other 5. 4 and 5. Math is hard, as per usual. All right. That's 5. And you said your AC is 18, right, Dialan?
Yes.
Or 17? 18? Okay.
18. Yeah.
18. So 12 plus 5, that's a miss. And then the second one was a 5 plus 5, that's a 10, that's a miss. 5 plus 5 is a 10, that's a miss. Okay. This is the last guy. All right. 13 plus 5 is 18. I rolled 3 5s, not 3 5s in a row. I rolled 2 5s in a row, which pissed me off. But the last one was a 13 and a 17. So 13 plus 5 is 18. You take a whopping 9 points of damage.
Okay. That is
Um,
not great for me right now. Dialan is once again looking bloody.
Nevod. Evens or odds?
Evens.
Okay.
Good choice. Good choice. Yes. Yes.
All right.
I
You
support.
will be getting 3 of these guards, and Torvin will getting 2 of these guards.
You're welcome.
Perfect. Good choice. Good choice.
You're welcome.
Okay. Does a 10 hit?
No.
Okay. 20 hits, probably.
Barely. Yes, it does by,
Okay.
by a decent amount.
And then there's a 13 hit.
No.
Okay, so only one of these guys hits you. You take 1 plus 6 points of damage. Remember to, whatever deflect you have, subtract that from that 6 point of damage.
Oh, right. Okay.
All right,
It's only one.
Torvin. Torvin does a 16 hit.
Yes.
Okay. And then does an 8 hit.
No.
Okay, you also take 6 points of damage. Whatever deflect you have, make sure you subtract that from the damage you take.
Oh, I don't have no deflects. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Okay.
Same, fam. Same.
But you skating, girl. Go, 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 go.
Question to Torvin. I'm just going to straight say, I will let one of the Amalons take this damage if you don't want to. Thoughts?
Oh my god.
I'm on? No.
Okay. Just
I'm
making
not gonna,
sure.
like-
Just making sure.
Grab an old man and stick him in front of the blade. Like, I think.
No, just grab the mom.
That's fucked up of you, Craig. That's fucked up.
I give
I'm
options.
kidding.
You guys
Yeah, you
see
do.
how I'm giving out options. A lot's going on. Torvin doesn't have to explain himself.
I literally just
Happen
wanted
to
to
get
say
hit.
the mom bit to see Mandy's reaction. How is
I'm not there. I got nothing to say.
Okay. They are done with their actions. Because it was their movement to get there. Long spear strike. They could attack a second time, but I don't have time for that. All right. End of the round. Cierna, you do one of the old rollerblade slides to bring yourself to a break at the end of the door opening. You flip it open and you see, unfortunately, these singers amassed around you. What you also see is the night sky above you. You are back above ground.
Wait. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Let's backtrack a little bit.
Absolutely.
Live singers?
No.
Oh, I was like, where did the singers come from? When did that happen?
No,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, okay. That's horrible.
Yeah. These are horrible people.
Yeah. Seeing it, I think is as bad, if not worse. I look to Liliana.
Oh, she went ahead. You want to give me a
she's
perception
not-
check?
Oh, perception check? Okay. It's cocked. I'm gonna re-roll it. Okay. Perception. 22.
22. You see in the distance a small blip of a spren. And then you see from that spren, kind of like gliding through the air, you see that same similar burst of air, cloud, you don't understand. And then a moment later, you hear a loud crack. And then 3 individuals flying straight towards you.
I'm
A few
waving. I'm waving at them.
Yeah, a few moments in your mind, you hear, "Mistress, I found them, and they have been so reasonable." And then you just hear as they land in front of you.
Oh, hi. Thank you for being here. Okay. Lots of things happening, lots of fighting happening. There are innocents. A few innocents in here. My
You
parents.
speak of the battle at the war camps, is what you hear from the Iriali Skybreaker.
I'm pointing down into the cave. The High Princes were in there. I say were. One of them is dead. One of them is still alive.
Interesting. We thank you for your work in this.
Oh, I'm
We
coming
wish-
with you. My allies are in there.
What do you think? An edge dancer can keep up with us? Oh, that's right. You can speak
I can speak Azish, yeah.
Azish, thank you. You hear in full shard plate in the fourth ideal. You hear her say, "End of the battle at their war camp. What should we do with that?"
Battle. This is the first I'm hearing of battle, I think.
The Alethi attack one another. We do not know why.
True. I would appreciate assistance guarding against Thanadal's men. But your quarry is here, and I'm not going to deny you that. We had a deal.
And I will ask you for a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Raise the stakes.
Okie dokie. That is... What is... I always forget what my persuasion is on this character. +4. Okay, dirty 20 with an opportunity.
Woo! Okay. You get the option to choose who's going to come down here to deal with Thanadal and who's going to go help Nanzashri.
I get to decide.
Yes.
I think knowing that there's somebody with shard plate in there, I would ask the leader to come with me and the others go to help the soldiers.
Understood. All right. Lifting off the first ideal Skybreaker and the third ideal Skybreaker shoot off towards Sabariel's war camp. A fourth ideal Skybreaker. I said Starbreaker. Skybreaker. Her helm immediately just forms around her head, and the visor slit closes. Try to keep up, and she
Okay.
pushes off the ground and shoots into the tunnel. You wonder what's making this happen, but you didn't hear anything when she pressed off of the ground and into the tunnel. And then as you get ready to follow her, a massive boom hits off the ground and you are slam into the wall for a moment, and then you pick yourself up and push off after.
Yeah, I'm skating around the walls if I can, as quickly as I can.
Absolutely. Just so you know, she zooms past those two guards. They are completely eviscerated by the time you get there. All right.
Yes.
Rest of the top of the round. Who's going first?
I guess Torvin could. Well, yeah, I guess Torvin's gonna go for an attack. I mean, he's been hit, so he's gonna pull out his the sword that was given to him by Cierna's brother. That he has not he has not taken out or done anything with this whole time. Just begrudgingly wears it ceremonially. And he's going to run at the nearest attacker. Oh wait, so against slow.
You don't have to run. He's on you.
He's on me.
You, so you're
yeah.
in space.
So this is like the fast move is you can do 2 attacks. That's how that works.
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct, right? That is Dialan's.
The only difference is that movement is an action. So if you have to move,
he does not.
Quick actions do give you 2 actions. Slow actions give you 3. You can divvy those up however you like based on the markings beside the actions on your sheet.
Sure. Okay. I've actually never rolled to attack yet. So I click on
Woo.
the +1 light weaponry thing to roll that.
Yes, your blade.
Does it have to be +1?
He does things
You have a
good,
+1
and
to
some things he
attack.
doesn't do good. You know.
It is a +1, and I rolled a 4. So, first attack, big whiff.
First attack is a big miss. Yes, unfortunately.
And
I just love that you have this big sword, and then like Amalon's got a steak knife, and he's just killing people. Like, cause you're just like, like.
And the second one, I rolled a 9. This is a 10.
Both of those miss, unfortunately. You know what I just realized? Bright Lord Amalon is also a Bright Lord, so I can use his shit as well. But that'll be at the end of everyone's fast action. He will have something to do. So go ahead. Anybody else taking a fast action?
I mean, I'm surrounded. You said if I do a slow action, I could take 3 attacks?
That's what Dialan's been doing, yes. As long as they're within, you're an archer, so yeah, you could do 3 attacks.
Right, yeah, but I might need to spot. I can't, like, they're right next to me. I don't know if I'm gonna be like popping out my bow. I got people around, and I think that's gonna be my focus. Like it has to be. So I think yeah, I'm gonna take a slow action. And as long as I don't think it costs anything to like just whip my sword out real quick, right? Like yeah. No. So I just drop my bow, and then I just grab my side sword. But I will take a slow action because I have so many around me.
Understood. With that. You're taking a slow action. Dialan, are you taking fast or slow action?
Slow.
Slow. Got it. So the raving High Prince is going to use... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to have Amalon do something first. He's going to use... He's not going to move, and he's going to use diversion. Right, Lord distracts one enemy they can influence. The target must succeed DC 14. Test or lose 1d4 focus and remove the determined or focus condition from them. And he's going to do this on the Ardent. So, let's see. +7. Oop. Okay. 6 + 7. What is that? 13, right?
Yeah.
They fail. So who wants Cierna, roll me a d4, please.
D4. Okay.
Yes, please, for your dad.
That's a 4.
Ooh, okay. So your dad shouts out to the Ardent, who's like preparing to do something to Nevod. And he says, "This is how you serve the Almighty." And it kind of throws them off for a moment. They're going to lose 4 of their focus,
Yeah.
which they used 2. They are
Papa
out
Bear
of
the goat.
focus.
Oh, they are out of focus. That's huge. That's huge.
That's really not good.
Doesn't being out of focus take you out of the scene?
I gotta look that up.
Oh no, it doesn't take you out of the scene.
I remember it does like make you just like
When you have no
bad
focus
at
left, your
stuff.
attention might waver, you might stare intently while working through a problem, or you might be overcome with frustration or another emotion.
Okay. What I will do is we
No, you're
add in
not.
some disadvantage to that to more disadvantage. Disadvantage on everybody. Okay. With that, the only one taking a fast action is going to be Bright Lord Eoket. I'm sorry, Prince Thanadal did not go. He used 1 focus. He also is going to use diversion. He is going to use this on Dialan, even or odds.
Odds.
It's an 11. So go ahead and roll me a discipline test, please. Trying to beat a 14.
Okay. Nope, that is a 9. And I'm
Okay.
out of opportunities.
Understood. Nevod, roll me a d4, please.
Sure. Wait, is there a way to do that on Demiplane? Or is it not a way to do that? Oh, wait, yeah, there is. Boop. Roll. 3.
You lose 3 focus.
I lose 3 focus?
No, Dialan does.
Oh,
Oof.
sorry. I wish I rolled lower.
I have none. I'm down to none.
Okay.
Yeah. I hit the 0.
All right, these 2 are at disadvantage. This is Bright Lord Eoket, Dialan. Okay. The 26 hit.
Oh yeah.
1, 2. You take 12 points of damage.
I'm down.
Come.
Yeah, hit the knees, then hit the dirt.
He slams the warhammer into you and just screams at your body for a moment as it continues to glow. Remember, you can use recovery whilst unconscious. He immediately looks to you, Nevod, and he just shouts, "You!" But that is his turn, and that he used a fast action in order to do that, so he has no way of getting to you. Slow turn. Everybody's gone. Dialan, do you have any investiture on you?
I have 2 investiture left.
Okay, you can use that to bring yourself back up, and I believe that's just an action, correct?
It's actually a free action, but
That's even better.
so I'm actually unsure. Do I drop into negatives?
For 4?
Like I had less than 12. I only had 7.
I don't think so. I think you just drop.
You just
If
hit
we're
0.
talking about-
Okay.
I think I know what you're talking about, but yeah, once you hit 0, I think you just drop out of combat.
Okay.
And so you would just start at 0 and then you just
Oh,
heal up
okay,
to whatever
yeah,
you get.
for sure. Then I guess, yeah, then my free action is to. Oh my god, I feel bones fuse, I feel muscles knit, I feel tendons snap back into place as the stormlight reinforces my body again, and I taste dirt in my mouth from where my face slammed into the cavern floor. And I push myself up.
You hear within your mind, "Hey, man, we're not done yet. Come on up.
I'm getting up.
Can't get rid of me that easily." So yes, you awaken as the stormlight around you kind of consuming these lanterns around you, the stormlight within them, into your body. Above you, no longer seeming human, more like a crazed chasm fiend himself, Bright Lord Eoket, just roaring at his son. If you don't stop him, he will probably be next.
Do I still have my actions?
Last time I checked, reaction, and then you said you were taking a long action, so let me make sure that's not something that happens. And
Yeah.
They ignore conscious unless they have a strong reason to. If you are a PC and you choose to regain consciousness at the end of your turns, no action required, or when the effect heals you to at least 1 health. When you do so, other characters can sense you're conscious. Okay. Okay, so from what I'm looking at here,
Mhm.
no, it doesn't regenerate. It's free action if you're radiant in combat. Always go slow, but you can't do anything on your turn. Okay.
Okay, so
You can
I'm.
lose your turn.
That's okay.
Yes. Here, I will also screenshot this guy. Has everyone gone?
I still need to go.
Go, Nevod.
So I originally had the idea of the sword and everything, but like as things progress, and since I haven't gone yet, that's gonna change, a little bit of like what my thinking was. As I have like the soldiers kind of surrounding me, and then I look up and I see Dialan fall to the ground beneath my father, and then my father looks up, and I think our eyes lock, and then that's when he yells at me. And then just like Saris's voice, I think, echoes in my head again, to make a decision. And I think he just quietly, as like the soldiers are surrounding him, I think he says, "Okay, I'll do it. I'll stop those that exploit the truth to their whims. Together. Father, it's time to show you the truth." And he's going to knock an arrow. Life before death. Strength before weakness. Journey before destination. And he looses the arrow towards his father's head.
I would like you to roll an attack and raise the stakes, please.
And I have opportunities, so I'm going to do so at advantage.
Yes.
Come on, don't suck. I've been rolling like crap all night. Raise the stakes. That's a 19 with an opportunity.
19 hits.
Yeah, and yeah, so that is. Let me roll the image. Oh, 5, 6, 7. But because I'm aimed, I do extra damage equal to the ranks in perception. Equal. Oh, so that would be 9 damage.
Nevod, the man who has tormented you your entire life stands before you. over a man who did not know you for more than a few weeks and was willing to do so much more for you than the man that raised you. You watch him strike him down and prepare to kill his only living son for wealth and power promised to him by a coward. You speak these truths to his face, and yet still he refuses to listen. And sometimes that's a part of the truth. People will refuse to listen. But Dialan didn't. Torvin didn't. And Cierna didn't. Though not everyone will listen to the truth, it helps to know that some are willing to. And those people are also worth protecting, worth watching. And as you let loose this arrow, you hear Saris in a calming voice. These words are accepted. And the last thing that your father sees before your arrow strikes true and has him leave the physical realm of Roshar is his son consumed by stormlight and becoming the third night radiant that he has witnessed on this day. The red leaves his eyes at the last moments. And before he has a moment to realize the massive mistakes that he's made in his life, it is ended. Clean through his throat, he stumbles backwards away from Dialan's body. You watch as Dialan at this moment begins to breathe, and he falls completely down on his back as the Kremlings begin to consume him.
I think even with that, out of all the hate and the anger and everything, accepting this new path, this journey to an unknown destination, there still is a tear that kind of streaks down the side of Nevod's face as he then turns and looks at the soldiers around him. Who's next?
I'd like you to roll an intimidation check.
That's Dialan's thing. That's not my thing.
At advantage, you just took out a shard bear. A shard plate wear in full sharp plate.
Yeah, true. That's a 10.
Okay. They are in awe. They are shocked at what they have witnessed. And if not for the ardent shouting, "Heretic!" as the veins in her throat just protrude as everything against her entire life, her entire religion is facing her, in front of her, kind of consumes the moment just enough for these guards not to run in fear.
Because I took a slow action, I technically still have 2 actions.
You sure do.
So you said beforehand that I have to spend an action to put out the fire. So I'm going to ask Rule of Cool, as I breathe in the stormlight, the flames just like, I'll spend an action, but like the stormlight just like washes the flames away.
Yeah.
And then I think I say who's next, and then she yells heretic, and then I think I just turn and look at her. I guess it's time for you to know the truth too, and I will fire at the ardent.
Go for it.
Oh, please roll well. 19.
19 hits.
And I finally rolled well for damage. My goodness. That is 12 damage.
Ooh, yeah. It's a good chunk of their health. All right.
And then that, I will see if I survive, because that is it.
All right.
And that was fucking sick.
You did some cool stuff, dude. What can I say? All right. With that, we have the Savant and the guards. I will start with the Savant. This is going to be a spiritual attack again. This one's just going to be 2 stone attacks. And this is a disadvantage because of the Kremlings. Just as bad. An 11 on your spiritual.
No.
Nevod. Nice.
Does not hit.
All right, second attack. 16 and 18. So
That will hit.
okay. So you will take. Oh, I'm sorry. She cannot do a second attack. She is out of focus.
Oh, even better.
So you watch as she tries to grab on to like force the air into stone, which is one of the harder ways of soul casting entirely. And you don't know if it's her will that is not making this work properly, or her understanding that the world does not work the way that she thought it does. Something has thrown her off, and the air refuses to move against her soul casting. That is her turn. So the last ones to go are the guards. There are 9 guards total, right? Because we didn't hit any of the guards yet. Evens or odds, Torvin?
Evens.
That is a 20. So going to Torvin. All right. 5 going to you, Torvin. 4 going to Nevod.
Oh.
They are all at disadvantage.
Oh.
So the first
Well,
one
it's got to be
does
still leaving Dialan alone.
Yes, when people are unconscious, the attackers leave them alone, basically.
Well, yeah, they look like he got killed by a shard bearer, so like a shard plate,
Exactly.
you know. So
Yeah.
they're like, oh, he's dead. Like,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
to the
yeah.
next target. Yeah.
Does an 11 hit you, Torvin?
An 11 does not. Wow.
All right. Does a 12 hit you?
No.
Lorta is working her
This is magic.
Does a 13 hit you?
No.
There we go. All right, that's 3.
Before an enemy, there's 2 more left, right? I'm gonna
Yes.
use my dodge reaction on one before they roll, so they have to roll at disadvantage. I'm
They're
spending
already
the
rolling at
focus.
disadvantage. You don't have to spend that focus. They're already rolling at disadvantage.
Oh.
That's what Lorta's making them do.
Oh. Okay. I double disadvantage or something.
Does I know a 12 does not hit you. 11 plus 5 is a 16. That was the first roll on the last guy. Let's see if they make it. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Yes.
You take. Hold on. How much are we adding to this? You take 11 points of keen damage.
Okay. I'm still all right. But I look a little rough.
All right, that was 5 guards and only 1 hit. So 4 guards for you, Nevod.
Great. Let's have fun.
Does a 17 hit you?
It meets it, beats it.
Okay. You take 9 points of damage. I know a 12 does not hit. I'm sorry, a 10 does not hit. A 19 will hit. You take 6 points of damage. And that won't hit. That's a 10. And then the last one. That's a 10 as well then. You will, everyone, they are so focused on the Kremlin covering them and still attacking them that they cannot focus on the attacks happening in front of them. Mind you, Lorta is in like full just kind of like meditative state as she's trying to lock in and focus on the rest of herself in this room. So yeah, that's what's happening with Lorta. End of that combat round. I need everyone that is not prone to give me either athletics or agility. Except for Cierna.
Who's not prone, right?
Oh, okay.
Yes. Cierna, you're trying to catch up.
19.
Excellent.
18.
Oh, you are no longer unconscious since it is a new round, Dialan.
9.
Oh.
Okay. You see it before you hear it. A bright light shooting through the tunnel in which you watched Cierna go into but moments ago. Instinctually, Torvin, give me a leadership roll.
It's a 10.
Would you like to do you have any opportunity?
No. I used my last one earlier.
All right. Okay. You instinctually drop, and before you can actually, Craig, how are we feeling? Is 10 enough? A 10's enough. A 10's enough for this. I'm the friendly Stormfather, okay? You instinctually shout, "Get down," to the Amalans. As in full shard plate, shining gray armor, purple line stormlight throughout, soars into the room and immediately stops. The force itself of them flying into this room almost knocks back everyone within this room. Those who did fail that roll are just knocked prone. No damage is made. You're just knocked prone. But just a quick roll. Yeah. Every guard, along with the savant, are also knocked prone from this moment. Let me see about TheMandii. Of course, with a 2. Slammed onto his rear as this silvered warrior floats in the air. Looks throughout the room. Though you cannot see her face, you feel the judgment that she is making against every individual within this space. And then she stops, looking specifically at High Prince TheMandii. Cierna. But a few moments later, you skate into the room and you see as Torvin, so close to the exit. Thankfully, he was not in the exit area. Might have been a little, innocent bystander happening between the Skybreaker and your family as you're trying to make it out of here. But you see
I did warn her that there were innocents in here. Okay, cool.
you see your mother and father kind of down low on the ground with Torvin. You see Dialan across the room, down but still breathing. Stormlight making him a light, and you also see another light within the room, that of Nevod, encircled by Vanadal's men.
But I can get to Dialan.
You can,
Like,
as it is
he
the
also
top of the
surrounded,
round.
or okay.
No, the only one by Dialan is the corpse
Okay.
covered in shard plate of Bright Lord Eoket.
Oh boy.
Which you would see an arrow sticking out of his face.
Got it. I, being a non-combatant, I'm gonna go to the wounded person who is down. So I'm gonna go to Dialan, and I have an ability called Field Medicine, because I added this during the path. And it allows me to spend a focus to make a DC 15 medicine check to heal a conscious character, because you said he's not unconscious anymore. On a success, I add my ranks in medicine to their recovery die. So I roll, if I get 15 or higher, then he gets to roll a recovery die to get health back.
You got it.
And that actually does more healing than my progression surge, so...
I mean, use it then.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so... medicine... Okay, yeah, that super duper beats. It is a 17.
Super duper beats. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got an 11 plus 6 to my medicine. And so that means he gets to roll his recovery die plus 2, because that's my rank in medicine. So
You
a
got
d6
it.
plus 2 recovery die. And I mark off a focus.
Nice.
Everyone within the room, as they see a floating shard bearer, pauses. The savant, seeing as the soulcaster's not bending to their will, looks at the Skybreaker. The Skybreaker immediately places their hand out in the open, and a massive shard blade emits from their hand, the length of a person. This is something that every Alethi understands. And immediately the guards pause in their actions. This is the individual who has the most power in the room and now. She turns and begins to float toward High Prince Thanadal. And then pauses. Looks to Torvin. And then remembers he does not know Ace and turns back to the edge dancer that guided her here. A trial is not needed for you or your companions. You have been successful in our agreement. And so you may exit at your leisure. But do understand, once you leave this room and my sisters are complete in their task, we are enemies within this war of the true desolation, as we will make sure that the singers reclaim Roshar as its rightful rulers. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal.
She lets her face appear once more to you, Cierna.
doesn't have to be this way, you know.
Justice wills it to be this way. For crimes that were committed by not you or I, but humans altogether on this planet. Though we are on separate paths in this war, I do wish you safety and a choice of the right decisions.
You as well.
A mist kind of envelops her face, and then the visor is back placed on it. She turns to High Prince Thanadal, and in full Azish, proudly begins reading him what you would understand as his rights. High Prince Thanadal of Alethkar, you have been found guilty of the mass execution of those innocent singers of these war cants. I do not care how you plead, because when they were asking for their lives, you chose to be silent. And the entire time she's speaking in a completely different tongue than at all, finally getting the Kremlings away from him, looks around to everyone. What is she saying? What's happening?
I stand up and start translating.
No. You can't do this. I am a high prince. I demand to speak to Dalinar, the king. Someone will vouch for me. What I did was just. And she continues to talk. I do not wish to listen to any more of the words that seep out of your disgusting mouth. The true justice here will be the discontinuing of your existence. She reaches out with a hand and quietly, shh. Thanadal not hearing your translation, but still not understanding how this could happen to him. Quiets. She places her gauntleted fingers on his lips. And she is going to cast Inescapable Decay. And you watch as the stormlight from two of her fingers escapes and starts to weave through the veins of High Prince Thanadal's body. Before he gets a chance to scream, you begin to watch as his skin begins to brittly break apart like a stone that is being chipped away by something invisible to you. He tries to pull back, and you watch as his arms and legs begin to break and snap, his clothing on him decaying as well. And then before he has a moment to blink, he trips over what was left of his leg, stumbles, and then his entire body crumbles into dust and is gone. In front of you, you see the burnt remnants of High Prince Vamoth and High Prince Thanadal. She turns to you, Nevod. Oh, you're already on the ground. Perfect. She takes the shard blade, swipes it across everyone that was in front of Nevod. They immediately drop to the ground, eyes smoked out, as that is what happens with a shard blade.
I think while this is happening, I'm helping Dialan up. I'm making sure Torvin is okay. I'm looking at my parents. Like, we gotta get out of here. It's time to go. We need to leave.
Funnily
Either way.
enough, she speaks to you, Cierna. Funnily enough, before the Battle of Narak, I would have 3 more bodies on my hands. But Nail has decreed that the Knights Radiant may be of assistance in this strange desolation. Blessings to you, Cierna.
You as well.
And she presses off of the air itself and flies out of the room.
So there's no one left. She killed everyone.
Yes.
Okay.
I think Nevod gets up and like kind of dusts himself off, still like faintly, like still glowing. I wouldn't say faintly, he's still glowing, and he kind of like looks down at himself for a second. And then I think he like kind of looks over towards Dialan, who is standing up. And I don't think he approaches or anything. I think he just gives him like a slight like head nod. And then being in typical Nevod fashion, he is going to walk over and pick up the Soulcaster from the Ardent that was slain and tuck it away.
There's a momentary pause. And then all of the Kremling within the room begin to exit out of the different crevices within the bunker. And the room is as clean as it was when you first entered.
Damn.
I think as I walk back to like Torvin and the group and like we start to gather, anybody have any storming idea what was up with the Kremlings?
I think I do, but maybe now is not the time.
I don't.
Beats me, Nako. We should get out of here as soon as possible.
Lots to discuss.
Oh. Right. Let's go.
Please.
Make your way out of the bunker. Successfully.
I tell everybody about the battle. Sorry, and tell them that
Mhm.
that's happening too on our way out.
I think with that, your father is a little bit more like he's trying to get there faster, as he knows his son is the one leading the forces. And for times, for the help of time, you guys reach the outskirts of this war camp. And what you see is a completely routed force of Thanadal and Vamath's armies running out into the Shattered Plains. You hear the cheers of Sabario's men coming from the war camp, along with 2 figures that shoot off into the sky. Unexpectedly, you have completed the task of finding the High Princess, as well as eliminating the threats to the listeners within the Shattered Plains, because in all honesty, a bunch of deserting forces lost throughout the deserts of the Shattered Plains. A few can handle that light work. The only task left for our heroes is the actual task of creating this trade route, But in doing all of these things, it has made that ever so simpler. And with that, I want to ask each of you, as you are preparing this trade route for Sabarial, how do we end up leaving our heroes here within the war camps of the Shattered Plains? And this is your epilogue.
I guess my question is, how long are we staying in the camps? Like, what's the timeline look like?
Absolutely.
How we
So,
decide? Yeah.
yeah, you just need your supplies,
Mhm.
which I will just say straight up, if you were to go to the same Thalen that Nevod had made a conversation with, the merchant, you find a different Thalen there, kind of waiting. He's a portly guy, long graying eyebrows, long beard. I think Cierna would think he looks more like a politician than a merchant. And he goes by the name of Thend, and he is sending these supplies over, and they are all of these supplies that you needed. Nevod came through perfectly, and you were able to create the specifics as you made your rolls on the crafting. You are able to create
How could you do this to me?
your your hover cart for the route, as well as whatever you need to make more secure bridges within the Shattered Plains.
My mom's alive. My Babska's in the Shattered Plains. What is this?
You talk to him like, what brought him here? And he's like, I got a friend who happens to be here, gonna pick them up and then probably head back to Dayland City.
So funny.
I think I was with you. I think just because I was the one that brokered the deal, I probably am there with Cierna, like picking it up. And I will ask what happened to the previous employer of this establishment.
That is a great question, because I don't work here. He said he had to go talk to you, and then he never came back.
Noted.
So you telling me I still need to get paid?
I'll say, well, he has the spheres, so.
Don't you worry. We'll find him.
And go ahead, Cierna. Sorry.
Okay, so we have to get our materials and head out, basically. So like a few more weeks before we head back to Urithiru, is my understanding.
Correct,
right?
correct.
Thank you. That helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think barring anything else coming up, Cierna is getting ready for the test run of her first Fabrial to see how it works on the way back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gentlemen?
I think for Nevod, I think there is a lot of he's an isolation and like isolated individual in general, and I don't think that necessarily changes too much. I think people would see him oftentimes off like what looks like talking to himself, but really I think strengthening that relationship with Saris and understanding and trying to understand and work towards what's next, as he was kind of so consumed by his past, and while it still haunts him, like this is I think the first time he's really trying to look forward and make a difference. And I think over the course of the couple of weeks, I think there would be a little bit of an opening towards Dialan, where there would be some passive conversations, but it wouldn't be anything deep or impactful. But I think it would be the beginning of him opening up that path and kind of that journey, so to speak. And then outside of that, I think he would try to work closely with Torvin and Bright Lord Amalan to make sure that the supplies and the lumberyard and all that stuff is like organized and taken care of. But I think
Absolutely.
from like the personal side, it's a lot of being alone, staying busy, drinking with Kelly, and then I think towards the end of it there would be a little bit of that initial kind of check-in, like Dialan's there and there's been no conversation, and then it's kind of like brief, like, you holding up okay, good, yeah.
Okay. I will say that in collecting and preparing the lumberyard for the trade route, it is much simpler due to the fact that the two forces that were collectively in your way have been dealt with. The small forces that Sadius did have here are less strong, and so they are less likely to give threat, seeing as how two entire forces have been eliminated that were on their side, and now it is literally you as well as the Blackthorn's forces that will eventually come to deal with. So you are able to work your way into the lumberyard, get your task completed. This is probably the calmest moments within this entire excursion that you've all had. You try to drink and have time with your wonderful friend, and it becomes a little more complicated. You see, she keeps bringing that Stormin Bright Lord Nanzashu around at the bar, and the dynamic duo has now become the terrible trio.
Oh, God.
But
sorry,
can drink.
Stormfather.
I ship it.
I think, and then also just to add to that, just because I think it's fun to, why not, let's drop some sick, lore callback, whatever, because I want to be connected to cool characters. I think there's a night where I'm drinking with them and I'm just kind of like getting over it, and I'm like, okay, I was like, I'm gonna storm and get out of here, and I just like go to like burp and I inhale, and I think I inhale some Stormlight, and my drunkenness just like fades away
It's gone.
as it just goes away, and I'm like, huh, and I immediately think, Vale, you sneaky girl, as I head out the bar.
Amazing. Cierna, you are preparing your craft, and your mother walks in the room.
Into my lab? She never
Into
comes
your
into
lab.
the lab.
Cierna, it is. There's things
Mother!
in here. How are you?
Hi. I'm,
Yes, you're doing your science. Love that. You have
I set
a
down my
span read.
tools and give her my span read message.
Span read. It's Sabario. Prince Sabario. Read it.
Uncle?
Read it now. Yes,
Okay.
yes, your
All
uncle.
right. I take the paper from her and I read it.
She gives you the span read, so you place your hand down,
Okay, yeah, no, I do.
and
yeah,
you
I do.
hear, or
I thought
you
she was
don't hear.
handing
I'm
me
sorry.
paper.
Absolutely. You begin writing, and you feel the writing of, you assume, Polona.
Mhm.
And you read, your mother has told me about your excursion. I didn't know it was going to be this eventful, but job well done. My niece can do anything, and I knew that from the get-go. And it's shocking that
Mhm.
those high princes would throw all their. It's just terrible. Couldn't have seen it happening at all. I definitely didn't plan for any of this to happen, but since it has, we'll call it an opportunity. Your mother explained, or at least your father probably explained it. Let's be honest. The hover cart situation using certain storms. What did what did she call it? I believe surges. Anyways, you know your uncle can't keep his mouth shut, especially when he gets to brag about his wonderful niece.
Uh-oh.
A certain queen of Urithiru is interested in how you're doing that. She has ideas of her own, and you might possibly be of assistance.
She's fangirling as she's reading this. She's reading it out loud to her mom, and she's like,
Your mom is like excited. She doesn't know why you're excited, but when she hears Queen Navani, she just starts freaking out.
of course.
What? Clout? Woo!
Yep.
Can't wait to see your wonderful growth.
She'll reply, yes, I have much to fill you in on. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you too. We will depart, and I give him the details.
And in women's script, Polona sends a little note.
Oh, I write a little note for Polona too.
Yeah. Good to know
Like,
you're doing all right, Gem Heart.
I almost. This is the first time you will see an instance of Cierna using a curse word. I almost storming died, but we can talk about that in Urithiru.
Can't wait to hear it. Over some chowder.
Perfect.
Torvin, Dialan, who would like to go next?
Well, Torvin would spend this time. There would be a lot of time alone, a lot of time talking with Lorta, but he would make an effort to spend time with everybody else, drinking at the bar, at the tavern especially. But he would be practicing his writing a lot, and his reading. And but if the others tried to talk to him much, he might still be a little closed off. But I think he would actually spend the majority of his free time if Cierna is okay with it, in her lab. He would have taken an interest in the work she's doing, and it's a genuine interest. You would see now that there's like less pressure and everything's a little safer. You see that he has a genuine interest in the things that you're talking about, even if before he might have been laser focused on what they were trying to do or didn't seem as appreciative. And he writes notes and like he'll sit and practice his writing in the room while you do like your experiments and stuff, asking questions every once in a while. And he's probably spent a lot of time with you over these next few weeks, but
Nice.
I don't know if I would call it like there wouldn't be a lot of close conversation, but I think probably bits would get through. But I wouldn't say that he's like opening up
breaks.
or anything,
Yeah.
But they're fine. I would think that they might find some common ground and interest in talking about that stuff.
I'll check your homework from time to time too,
Yeah.
when I take little breaks.
Well, he would be hesitant to show you. You would ask him to see like what he was writing, and you would see him flip pages back to something else and show it to you. He's like, he doesn't want to show you what he's actually working on.
The artist
there.
with the sketchbook. No, don't look at that page. Look at this one.
Yeah, don't look at that one. Here, I wrote this yesterday.
I love that. Yeah. She would definitely let you hang out.
Along with that, Torvin, you have a lot of work to do with organizing the lumberyard with Nevod.
Yes.
You are placed with a lot of responsibility from Bright Lord Humalon as well, as he is an individual who looks at you as an equal, and in doing so, communicates a lot of those logistics of what's going on in the war camps. What makes the most sense for not just the light eyes of the community, but the dark eyes as well, with the, we'll call it, lowering of population of army forces and more of just straight up citizens of Thanadal and Vamoth's people, he will need a lot of aid from a politician, oh, I'm sorry, a merchant such as yourself, in where we can get these supplies for all of the people. And it's your first time, besides your trek here, that you are treated equally by Light Eyes. And in those weeks, as you are having these conversations with Bright Lord Amalon, he pauses for a moment. Torvin. My recent discoveries, due to your friend Lorta. I've learned of your situation with the High Prince Sadius previously.
You did.
Indeed.
And
Well, seeing as how this is the true desolation, it seems as though your wife was ahead of her time in the understanding in which how this world needs to be.
Perhaps. It didn't do her any good, though.
Unfortunately. I have talked with the High Prince Sabariel. He has done task in attempting to find your wife. Do you wish to have that information?
I was told she died.
This is true.
Are you saying
However,
she's still out there?
it is difficult for some to believe a man can still do his task if the understanding of his loved one to still be out there. So the ones who made that decision thought it wise to tell you such a lie.
She's still alive? Where is she? You have more information. You must have something else.
I would not give you this information if I did not, my friend. It was the first thing I thought was to give you this information for everything you've done for me and my family.
He looks up expectantly. He doesn't say thank you or anything. He's just waiting to hear the information.
I hope this gives you the freedom that you rightfully deserve, Torvin. And he gives you the information that your wife was sent off into the more northern area of Alethkar, but more to the west. Not, you know how Herdaz is to the northeast. She was sent off and sold over to the west into her indentured servitude. There was a revolt that many of the prisoners died in, along with the branding of a very dangerous, soon-to-be Knights Radiant. But your wife was able to recover afterwards. And it's still there. That you know of. Alethkar has been a little different ever since the awakening of the singers.
Thank you. Thank you for this information.
You saved my daughter's life. You brought my son to me. You saved mine and my wife's life. For me to assume that it was owed to me because of some ridiculous hierarchy. I've seen what happens to those who believe something so foolish. And things do need to change.
Things do need to change. And you see a resolve set in his face. And as much as I appreciate this, if things are going to change, then change them.
I understand. I am no High Prince, but I will make sure that mine has an ear to all of this. You have my word. He places a hand on your shoulder. You have my oath.
And his expression softens a bit, and he does repeat again. Thank you. I have to go. And he's going to leave, and he's going to start making preparations for speeding up when they can get back. Like he's going to try and speed up the timetable and try to get
We'll come
back to
back to
Irithiru.
Dialan. You're up.
Dialan saw something. He saw a warrior that's so ferociously outclassed and in a very secretive and alien way had a grasp on the intrinsic supernatural elements of the world than him, that he is rather viscerally shaken. His entire life was spent being the consummate warrior, duelist. It's the one thing that he can do in a way that he feels confident in. That there is maybe but a handful of other duelists or warriors that could stand against him in all of Roshar. And that confidence was shattered when he saw someone summon a shard blade in far less than 10 heartbeats and then evaporate a man with a touch. So, every waking moment that he is not actively standing attentive at his duty to protect Cierna is spent training and speaking to Zariah, and he, in likely a panicked and unhealthy way for at least the first week, pushes Zariah for information and is a little bit frustrated that he was caught so blind when it's clear that Zariah has insights that he does not give Dialan or cannot give Dialan.
Gotcha. Dialan, listen, I understand. I'm super wise. I know a lot of super secret stuff that you want to know, and I'm not gonna lie, she was scary. She was a very scary lady. There's scary ladies out there. I mean, look, Kelly, she's pretty scary. She scares me sometimes. Lorta, very scary. There's very scary ladies out there, but just keep on working at it. You say a few more words, and I don't know if you can do what that lady did, because he kind of went, and Zariah makes himself pop out of existence for a moment, then like forms back into a little guy. But hey, here's the bright side: is you're a Knights Radiant. You took on a Shard Bearer twice and kicked his storming butt.
There is no bright side to what I've become, Zariah. This is another responsibility foisted on me to be a killer. And to call it anything but that is a disservice to me.
Dialan, I'll tell you, Stormer. And before he gets to finish what he's saying, you kind of hear a laughter, a burst of laughter from down in the barracks across the way as you're talking to Zariah. And both you and Zariah kind of like turn your heads and look over to who's talking. And you see Hiron. You see Sadnar. There we were, men. Five of us storming guards. 5 of us soldiers. We had crossed the shattered plains. We watched the brightness kill a chasm fiend. We thought that would be the craziest thing we'd ever seen. But here he was. The Dialan, the duelist, standing toe-to-toe with a shard bearer. Warhammer about the size of Sadnar. Probably a bit larger because, Sadnar doesn't like to eat. And everybody starts laughing and chuckling and nudging Sadnar in the side. There was our lieutenant. I think he knew. I think he Stormin knew that we were ready to risk our lives to keep him safe. I watched that man charge into that shard plate and lift him out of that Stormin building right across the war camps. You hear wounded, but bandaged, Amir kind of in awe sitting there looking up at his sergeants. Sadnar kind of leaned to the side. He protected us. He's real good at that. As you're watching this Dialan, Zariah crosses his legs and is kind of like floating crisscross applesauce. And he's like, hell, that sounds like a killer to me, huh?
There is glory in protecting the people that you love, and there can be honor in it.
Be? Are they storming talking about all the people you slaughtered? No. Are they storming talking about, I don't know, all the duels you won? No. They're talking about the time you took care of them, Dialan. You're good at that. That's why I'm here.
It's a wait. And I may simply need time. One moment.
You're good. See, you're good at taking care. Look,
She
this cat.
She goes out the front window to walk to the side window.
That's amazing.
I just love that I saw the little feet
And then
patterns, like,
scratches,
I was like,
She's like, Dad, pay attention to me. I know there's another way back in the house, but I
Finale, people, look, it's Story Cat.
Story Cat.
There you go.
Dialan isn't. He's understanding all of the pomp and all of the glory, and he just looks to Zariah and he says, I know that there is glory and that there is camaraderie and there can be happiness in the brotherhood that comes along with being a protector and a savior, and I understand those things, but it is a weight. It is a responsibility, and I have never wanted to be a killer. I have never glorified death. I don't want this. It has been an endless, unceasing millstone that has pressed down and ground down upon me. And it is hard to accept that I finally was free from servitude and obligation, but the only thing that I knew was war and fighting, and there has just always been someone who relies on me, and now there are, it appears, so many more. So it's hard, especially when my companion, that is to be my educator, my teacher, my companion in all of this, is incapable of taking it seriously or giving me any revelation when it comes to the further advancement of this thing. And Zariah, I'm scared.
Oh, young, scared Dialan. You're right. I know. It's shocking to hear that coming from me, but it's a lot. And it's okay to feel that way. But if you truly thought I was just going to leave you out there to dry, I don't think you'd be prepared to do what you always need to do. I promise that everything that I'm giving to you is what you're prepared for at the time. Because I don't want to see you fail either.
It's hard to trust that.
Yeah, well, you're kind of annoying sometimes, but I deal with it.
Zariah, you are a buffoon.
What?
You are a tiny, sprite-like jester in a court
Excuse
of
me?
morons. You have given me perhaps two serious sentences since we have actually met. If you are trying
Everything
to
I
eke
talk about
out,
is serious.
if you are trying to eke out and squeeze me for frivolity and joke, I can joke. I can make jokes. When I hear you chuckle and laugh in my most dire moments, you are the luckiest ephemeral joke of a creature. For if I could grasp you, I would hurl you through a window.
Joke of a creature, you say. I am a weapon.
You are not a weapon. You are not a
I
gift.
tell you, if I
You
could
are a
just
burden upon my life, Zariah.
wait. You say this is all. Wait, well, wait until you learn more.
That's what I'm trying to do, but you may be the worst teacher on the face of Roshar.
Maybe that cultivation friend was right, huh? Maybe you are a bad buddy. Good. Yeah.
I'm not. I know that I'm not.
Mhm.
I'm not going to have my confidence in myself shaken. I saved Cierna and the people down there. I fought someone in Shardplate. My confidence isn't wavering because of the words of a strange bundle of twigs and vines. But my confidence is also not anything that has grown because you say that I'm not cool and you crack crude jokes.
Dialan.
I'm just saying
Just
you're
say
frustrating.
you love. Frustrating, love. It's the same stuff, you know.
I've grown fond of you. It's true.
Really?
Yes, really.
Well, get used to it, because we got a long ways to go.
I know you've been by my side through, unfortunately, everything.
That's because you're pretty cool. Don't tell Torvin I said that.
I don't tell Torvin much. Think you're safe.
Yeah, because I'm with you.
That's right.
And before we leave our heroes until another adventure, we have one more conversation to have. Walking up to our diplomat, the old and kind-eyed Lorta. You are busying away at some paperwork that you and Bright Lord Amalon probably need to work on, and Lorta kind of steps. Well, Narco, I see you don't need my assistance writing and reading anymore. An old lady feels like she's useless.
Just how old again did you say? I believe you said 1,000 or 3,000 years on Roshar.
I'm coming on 4, and it's just been so many at this point, Narco. It's just
I knew you were old, but
watch it. And you hear like one of her kind of skitter across a bookshelf. Now, I didn't come here just for fun and laughs. We still have a lot of work to do. And you know what I mean by we.
I think I do. I mean, I know I do. But I wonder, Lorta, what is it that you really want?
Do I feel as though I should give such secrets to a mere human? Yeah, why not? I want to save Roshar.
And you think the Ghost Bloods are going to do that?
Well, no, of course not. Vadagar, so far up his own bum, doesn't give two rusting shits about this planet. But
Right.
I take help where I can get it.
I can understand
With that being said, you seem like a very helpful human here on this planet, so I need to get you prepared for the worst of it. Starting with that fancy Spren who seems quite attached to you.
What are you talking about?
Glowing orb, ring a bell?
Yeah, it ran away.
Did it now? I want you to hum that little tune I catch you humming sometimes.
Yeah, okay, all right. And he shakes his head and hums the tune.
And as you do so, kind of nestled in a nearby opening of with the wooden doors of your window kind of open, the small little globe appears again. And as it gets closer, I will say Lorta has been teaching you the rhythms as well. You know, the one to be the rhythm of joy is what you were humming previously. But then the rhythm of compassion is then spoken by this spren. The rhythm of trust. The rhythm of pain. And then the rhythm of kindness. Spren like this, they have their ways of doing things, a little different than the other spren. But if they seem to like you, then we need to get you invested as soon as possible.
He would stand up straight. Absolutely. And you would
Pat
see
you
a
on the
very
back.
like a steadfast determination at this presentation right now.
She places her arm out, as usual, waiting for you to take it.
He keeps his eyes locked on this sight, but he will put his arm out.
Nako, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the real Shapers. And that's where we will end our first season of Heirs of Honor. Thank you, everyone, for dealing with our craziness of this finale, especially because it had to be a two-parter. I'm hoping that my players had a wonderful time with this story. It was a wonderful time to tell it with you, and I am so excited to tell more stories within not only Roshar, but soon to come even more parts of the Cosmere. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We will be on a bit of a break, but we do have treats coming. So fear not, there will be more Cosmere RPG to come. Quick announcements. There will be no blood money this week. However, Breath Between Branches tomorrow. So be there for that. Thank you for showing up with us on a Monday and not our usual Thursday. Appreciate you for that. And I hope you all have a wonderful holiday that is coming up as well. Last things, if you do not get to catch this finale, don't you worry. It'll be on the youtube.com/MagiRPG very soon, along with all of our other stories, as well as discord.gg/MagiRPG is where you can find us talking about a whole bunch of nerdy stuff as well. Thank you once again for all your support, and thank you again to my lovely players, my TD. Shout outs to the Stormbeard. Shout out to our guest Miri for guest starring that one episode. More fun to come. But until then, always remember, journey before destination. Take care, everyone.